Testing. Hi everybody, it's me, the Hidden Object Guru. I decided not to bother with the loading screen and just start with some Jeremy Gruffle. Hey Bronson, hey Mars.
Jeremy Gruffle.
Train Boy's here.
Bonjour tout le monde.
She's happy to see everybody.
I will fall asleep momentarily, but I am happy
Sure,
to
Train
see
Boy, hit us. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yes. Oh, do we have a game for you today? It's not the game in the title. We are going to try the new version of Oddworld Soulstorm. Hopefully I do a little better this time. But, and I can't stress this part enough. Oh my god. I think I've come to the conclusion that ever putting a second thumbstick on a controller was a mistake. Now that's an exaggeration because, you know, there are reasons for it, but it encouraged video game developers to, on consoles, to start putting manual aiming in third-person shooters, which was just a bad idea. Because I've spent the past couple of weeks just playing a bunch of old third-person shooters, which all have lock-on aiming, and it is like... I don't like to use this term, because, you know, obviously, but it is objectively better than letting people manually aim, or indeed asking people to manually aim. Like, manual aim has nothing on this, and I'll tell you why. Right? It's impossible for a game with manual aiming to be stylish. And stylish is what video games need to aspire to. Because that's how you create a move. If you were fiddling around with aiming reticles, you were not taking in the experience. You are thinking about the mechanics. And you shouldn't be. Anyway, you should want to shoot someone and then be shooting them. And every step between you wanting to shoot them and shooting them is a mistake by the developers. This is a weird hill for me to die on, but I completely believe it. What's going on? Trainboy is not feeling great. Oh. That is 100%. You cannot help other people and neglect yourself. If you're not healthy, you're not going to be able to help other people. That's just a fact. No one will debate me on this point.
I'm enjoying the title Plushie Crew. Good job, Dusk.
Plushie Crew is awesome.
Plushie
Everyone
Crew.
loves
I like
the
being
Plushie
called
Crew.
the Plushie Crew.
We do love plushieing. I'm not going to lie. There is if you want to, Dusk. Sorry, not Dusk. Oh my god. Inkling. Nope, that's not who said it either. Where is it? Oh, it was Inkling. There you go. It is fun to spell it with an E. Gaming.
Nice. It is fun to spell it with an E.
Hey, stop sign, what's
Although
up?
I don't know why Mars keeps saying it.
Wait a minute. Your name suggests that you stream games on a YouTube channel. Would you like to stream my upcoming game on your YouTube channel? I say it would be an exclusive stream, but plenty of people have codes. It says, stop sign plays. It's right there on your screen. It's one of the commenters.
Oh.
I'm trying to get as many people to play the game as possible.
I missed it. Sorry.
You're tired. You're distracted. You're having that kind of a day. But you know what? You're on vacation now for 2 whole days.
Well, not vacation.
I am continuing to call it a vacation.
Yes.
Do you know why? Because you have 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I do.
That means you get a day to recover from all of your work, and then a day to actually do things you want to do.
Yeah, I do.
Normally, it's for you. Your job is work 3 days. Right? Sorry, work 4 days. Get 1 day to recover. Work 1 day. Get 1 day to recover. Then work 4 days again.
Yeah.
And that's not ideal. Why am I not hugging Jeremy Gruffle? Yeah, the platforming is nuts in Crash Bandicoot. Well, you got to remember, it was not built with a thumbstick in mind. If you want to do the platforming well, you should be doing the D-pad. The thumbstick actually makes the platforming harder because you end up falling off cliffs way more than you should. Yeah. Yes, I before E is a rule with so many exceptions, it might as well not be a rule.
Yep.
It is a bad rule. It always has been.
I remember being a kid and being confused by that rule.
Oh, yeah. What happened?
I'm singing you a song.
Okay.
I'm very tired.
So first off, we're going to play some Soulstorm.
Don't know what that is.
Yes, you do. It's the Oddworld game.
Oh,
It's
cool.
It's the real Oddworld 2.
Oh.
Have there been 3 other Oddworld 2s? Yes, but this is the actual Oddworld.
This just
2.
come out?
No, we played it on PS5 like in March.
Nice.
And now they've done a reimagined in some way or altered in some way, enhanced edition for Xbox.
Neat.
So we're trying it out. Hey, Brian! Brian made it. Thank you so much.
Oh, monsieur.
Oh, Glucon's scheme to defraud investors. I love that it starts with newspapers that are 100% presumed that, but of course those are the 300 laborers that he freed in the first game. Supernatural lightning started fire. But did Moloch burn down his own farm? Aww. Are you telling me someone was taking a train, Inkling?
Taking a train?
Taking a train?
Taking a train is the best thing you can do.
Yes. Oh, I'm garbage at the business management in all of those games. I love the fighting, I love the story, but every time they're like, now you have to run a company. I'm like, nope, I am bad at this. And have no interest in taking part in that.
Hey, David.
Woo!
Choosing Muppet Angel.
Muppet Angel. Actually, that reminds me. Everybody. Over 1,300 in need of a savior. Wow. Why they would have never overthrown their beloved employers. God, it's such a great opening. Anyway, as I was saying, because I was saying, right?
Yes.
I'm teasing. Everybody, get in your guesses on the plushie cam. What I would like you to do is guess who's on the plushie cam. So, here are the rules. Everybody gets one guess. If 2 people guess the same thing, only the first one on my timeline counts. If you guess a category, like let's say you say, it's a cat, but you don't guess anything more than that, and it is a cat, let's say, for example, Summer Fun Garfield, I'll say, yeah, it's a cat, but you're going to have to tell me which one. And, of course, it's never been the same plushie 2 days in a row. Nice work, Dusk. That said, there is one clue I will give, which is this plushie is so well known that any clue I would give would immediately give it to you, so I can't give you a hint.
I have a clue.
Oh, she has a clue.
I have a clue for tonight's plushie. This plushie and I have some things in common.
Oh, no, I know. Not an appropriate clue. No, I see it. I see it. Don't worry. Guess away.
It's not a good clue, apparently.
Dusk is going with Burb.
Bird?
Hey,
I
Horking.
love birds. That's a good guess. And I do like to whistle.
Inkling is saying Jolly the Bee.
Oh, is Inkling
Coffee?
a coffee?
Obviously.
Oh, finally I figured out out who Inkling was. I felt bad because I was like, I don't know who this person is. And then I was like, they seem to be a regular. So, and now I understand. Hello, Coffee.
God, Oddworld games are the best.
Bonjour.
Mars is saying Roxanne. Horror King saying Gandalf. Hey, we got another ad over on Twitch. They're telling me to buy views. We're not going to, but they're telling us to.
Hey, Maddie. You're just in time for the plushie game. Oh, Marissa guessed Roxanne?
Yeah, I just said that.
Roxanne!
And you already did that.
Did I already do that?
Yeah. Wow, you are dozed. She is so dozed.
I'm on my, 20th, wind of the day.
Hey, this is my point. She's going to be napping so soon. Dusk is saying Pidgey. Brian's going Jeremy Gruffle.
I was
all
so
good choices.
Tired today at work. I got dizzy and nauseous from being exhausted.
This is what I'm talking about. I am forbidding her from having an alarm tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not having an alarm.
Yeah, no alarms.
Okay, I'm going to leave a little bit early because I have to go home and do a bunch of paperwork.
Yikes.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave on time because I have to go home and do a bunch of paperwork. What's that? The internet just crashed, thus making it so that we can only take cash payments? Fine, I'll stay.
Yeah. Poor guy. The thing that stuck to his mouth? Inkling?
Yeah, see? Mars said that I hadn't done the Roxanne thing yet.
Oh, okay.
So you were just... Oh, Jeremy Gruffle. Nice, Brian. I like that guess.
Nice. The thing... it's not. Those are stitches. His mouth is sewn shut.
That's disturbing.
It is disturbing. It's Oddworld. It's a disturbing world where sentient creatures are being eaten because capitalism sucks.
Oh no, did you eat something really hot, Dusk?
Ooh, that's the worst.
I get made fun of because I often take pictures of my food, but it's what I do to prevent myself from eating when my food's piping hot. Because I've burned the roof of my mouth so many times.
She burns the roof of her mouth a lot.
It's becoming an issue.
It's troubling, is what it is.
Oh, pizza burns are the worst.
They really are.
Oof. Okay, it's gonna be gross. I find you get like a Tylenol or an aspirin, not the coated ones, just like the actual white ones, and suck on them. Because if your mouth hurts that bad, it'll actually get the anti-inflammatory and the painkiller.
We're about to get there, Inkling.
The burn and the sore part right away. A dentist actually told me that years ago. Not just specifically for burns, just for, when you've had surgery done in your mouth or whatever. Tastes horrible, but it actually does help and soothe.
Oh, Valentina Oso Fisher, you are the original girl boss. But then a banker destroyed your town, so you murdered him and yourself. See?
What'd you get at the museum, Train Boy?
Ugh.
But she was real. She gave me these.
Oh, Mars, that sucks. I remember days when I got my braces tightened. That was always the worst. I'd make a lot of shakes.
We don't know. That's probably going to happen later in the game, Inkling.
I remember going to my favorite diner. That is not there anymore.
Do you know what you can have even if you have your braces tightened? Smoothies.
Yeah.
You just want to take a big glass of orange juice, put it in a blender, throw in as many blueberries as you can handle. Boom, you're done.
I would get strawberry milkshakes.
That works too.
Fresh strawberries. They were so good. From my favorite diner.
It was a very great story, Dusk. Super charming.
Oh my god, I love that story.
Yeah, super charming story.
Those stories are the best stories.
is what's coming.
What was the show we were just talking about before we started the stream?
What do you mean?
You know, where you said what's his name has no interesting stories.
Oh, Would I Lie to You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just talking
David
about the show
Mitchell
where
has
I-
never
Would I
had
Lie to You?
anything, not just no interesting stories. Nothing interesting has ever happened to him.
And I'm like, doesn't
far as I
everybody
can
have
tell.
an insane story they can tell?
Apparently not, because I've watched every episode of the show.
Now,
And David Mitchell has never told a true story that wasn't,
you may
like,
have
just
escaped the
a thing that
worst,
happens to normal people.
but
Like, I have so many insane stories, I feel like I've forgotten a few.
Yeah.
And then every now and again someone will remind and be like, that was a good time. That's a good story. Or, yeah, that was crazy. I should tell that story.
Oh, totes.
They're all tired.
There's no rest.
Coffee once again with the fact that we have the same voice.
That sounds awesome, Train Boy. It's cool that they sold a mouse model. Abrams are cool too, but not as cool as the mouse.
Like, I was talking to HOGuru about this earlier, and I'm like, I don't think we have the same voice at all.
Not even close.
But, I mean, accent-wise, we do have different accents, but only if you're really conscious of accents. Like, we did grow up.
Yeah, but you speak in different registers.
I know. In towns, what? Like, an hour away from one another?
Yeah. But,
So-
like, you also, unrelated to accents, speak in
Yeah.
completely different registers.
Yeah.
Have completely different laughs.
Yeah.
Like, you don't sound anything alike.
Yeah.
No, they're not, Brian. They are Stitches.
I am sorry, Abe, but it really is.
Presumably they're going to come off finally at the end of the game when he gets his magic singing power.
The fate of your entire people.
But it's cool if you think we have the same voice. Although, apparently on Saturday, you went to record a podcast and left your mic live? And people thought it was me talking, and I'm like, it's someone from the west coast of America.
Yeah, don't sound anything like
You
you.
don't sound anything alike.
Literally nothing like you.
So you're not the only one that gets us confused.
Oh wow, there's a dot over my head
Ooh,
now.
we love random questions to ask.
Those are the best kind of questions. Story Stone, rest your hand here and receive some ancient wisdom. Thank you. Oh. Well, that's not really ancient wisdom, but okay. Boom.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they did a magnificent job with this game.
What is our least favorite / most hated fast food joint?
I don't eat fast food, so I'm
Taco
gonna
Bell.
jump out on this one. Okay.
Taco Bell.
So she hates Taco Bell. I don't eat fast food because, you know, it's pretty much
I
all
have
meat-based.
never understood people's love of Taco Bell. It's disgusting and
Am I supposed to jump
horrendous.
straight up, or? Oh, okay.
It also has the. I never worked there. I had friends that worked at Taco Bell. My hometown finally got a Taco Bell, and everybody was super excited about it. And then I guess it was a franchise. And then it closed so suddenly that there was a padlock on the door outside of the Taco Bell, and no one could get in. And all the employees were like, "What?" And never got paid.
Yeah, because
They couldn't get their
100%,
possessions,
and I
never
can't
got
stress
paid.
this enough, the whole store had been started as a money laundering operation, and people had to flee town quickly.
It's very plausible.
Oh, it's Cornwall.
Oh, yeah.
It's Cornwall in
No,
the
I
90s.
just thought of it. Yeah.
It's Cornwall in the 90s.
Yeah, the smuggling.
You had to explain where the money was coming from.
Oh, well, yes.
So yeah, opened.
Chick-fil-A, 100%, but we don't really have Chick-fil-A here, so I always think this is...
Oh yeah, no, those are the worst people in the
And
world.
I, never in my life eaten there, and never will, for very obvious reasons.
All right, so how do I use items? Okay.
Like, I also really dislike KFC, but KFC has good childhood memories of it being good.
Okay. All right, let's equip those follows the crafted
My
items.
favorite
Oh, they're so cute.
fast food place would probably be A&W.
Inventory wheel.
Which A&W in Canada is actually
Okay.
completely different than American A&W. It's amazing.
Totally different menu, basically a completely different
Oh, no, it
company.
is. Yeah.
I just said that.
Yeah, you said basically. No, it is a different company. There's this article by a foodie, like an actual well-known, I forget which well-known magazine it was in, or publication it was in, but where they actually wrote an entire article about Canadian A&W, explaining to Americans that Canadian A&W is like the best thing ever.
Oh, yeah. Boom.
Oh man, Five Guys, when they first opened up here, this is before I found out I had a weed allergy. I used to go and it was really good at first, but the problem is, and this is going to gross you out, Dusk, the reason you get that feeling from the grease is because they don't clean their fryers.
Duh.
So what you're eating is old grease. So you're literally suffering from a small form of food poisoning every time you eat there. And people that don't react to it are just super used to eating that kind of grease and like bleh. And if you would have ever worked in a fast food place or know anybody that worked in a fast, ask them about cleaning out the grease traps and cleaning out the grease and just how disgusting it is when a place doesn't replace the grease.
And I've never been to a Five Guys, so I'm just gonna have to trust her on this one. Gah! Can't set Abe on fire, you little monsters.
A&W does have root beer, yes.
They're
I
known
hate
for their root beer.
Despise root beer. But that's
It's a
just
root beer company that then opened burger places as a way to sell their root beer. Why? Because there's absurdly high profit margins on root beer.
My hometown had the last A&W drive-in where you drove in and ladies on roller skates rolled up to your car and brought a tray and hung it on your car, and that's how you ate your food.
Poor guy. Good point, Mars.
What the hell was that?
Something falling outside. Not on our balcony. Near it. Oh, it was a pigeon smashing into the wall.
It kind of sounds like a pigeon stuck in the netting out there.
I may have to go look for a pigeon if it keeps flapping around, everybody. She will take over the game, and I'm sure it will go great.
It will not go great.
Fun fact, all of the profit comes from the drinks in fast food.
Yep.
If you buy a drink there, you're just feeding their bottom line. Because, think about it this way. If you sell someone a burger or potatoes, you actually have to get, irrespective of how much they amp up the price, they're actually giving you, like, a decent amount of meat or a decent amount of potatoes or a decent amount of chicken or a decent amount of lettuce. If you buy a drink, that is water which, at the volume they use it, is effectively free, and a little bit of syrup and carbon dioxide.
The most expensive thing is the cup.
That's true. The most expensive thing in the cup. And the cup costs half a penny. And you are paying $2 for that drink.
They're up to 5 cents now.
Okay, they're up to 5 cents. You're still paying more than $2 for that drink. Yeah, you go, Abe.
I mean, I don't know 100%, but that's, that feeling you get from eating at a fast food place, that's what it is.
That's where the profit is. Hey, Lavender. I was just saying that you should never buy a drink at a fast food place because you're being cheated. Because
we have a chain here.
That was bad.
I think it's a Canadian chain, The Works.
Yeah, the Works is Canadian.
Yeah, and The Works is actually one of our favorite burger chains because it's more of a sit-down burger place.
It is, but they do not have, like, you can take out, but they don't have, like, a counter and whatnot.
Yeah, they have gluten-free, vegetarian, and healthy versions of everything. And they actually care about cross-contamination, which is delightful.
And rare.
And, yeah, super rare. So, like, HOGuru and I can be traveling. Like, remember when we went to Niagara Falls?
Yeah, you can be guaranteed a food. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There was literally nowhere else we could eat.
Every other restaurant
crazy.
was closed. It was stupid. Apparently, they roll up the sidewalks at 10 p.m. Who knew? So...
By the way, literally the most touristy city in Canada. Yeah. Everything closes at 10.
What the hell was that?
Everything.
Like, I know we go on the slight off season, but we were there. The first time we were there was June.
Yeah, it was
together,
bad.
Obviously. It was really, like, I was like...
I don't really blame them when we were there in February.
Yeah, like, in February, fine. But in
It's a direct sequel to Abe's Odyssey, Horror King. Like, it's literally set a couple of weeks after Abe's Odyssey.
So, when it's June, like, yeah, school wasn't quite out yet, but there were a whole bunch of people on school trips. And beyond that, like, we were there on vacation, and Niagara
Whoa.
Lake was having a festival. So, like, we're there, and, like, we get stuck in the longest traffic jam ever. So I'm like, let's just go for a walk and worry about food later. Because, oh my god, I have to move around. I can't sit in a restaurant right now.
We were waiting for, and this is true, 2.5 hours on a bridge to leave Toronto because the cops were searching trucks.
Yeah.
That happened.
They decided to pull over a bunch of transport trucks to search them.
And we never find out for what.
3 highways merge into one.
Yeah. And by the way, it's the highway to America.
Yep.
So there are so many transport trucks.
Oh my god, we were so mad.
Oh yeah, that was frustrating. I'm like, should we have gone a different way? I'm like, should we have gone a different way? And she's like, this is how you get to America. There's no other way to go.
Korean barbecue, yeah, that's
Korean
good.
barbecue does sound good.
We
I'm
have a
not gonna
bunch of
lie.
Korean barbecue places here. We've strangely never been to the Korean barbecue place.
That's closest.
That's closest, because it was our favorite burger place.
It was literally our favorite restaurant in town.
Yeah, they actually did do gluten-free, didn't they?
They did?
Yeah. They had amazing
Fantastic
burgers. It was
veggie
locally
burgers,
owned.
just
It
a
was like
beautiful
an
place.
old 50s diner that I think was the
Well, that was
she
embarrassing.
the head waitress? Was it a
Yeah.
similar story?
It was.
Yeah. And anyway, the Korean family bought it.
Took
and,
over.
And now, and took it over and ran it for years that way. And then they
Oh, that's
they
sad,
closed
Marissa.
it down, renovated it fully, and opened it up as Korean barbecue, which is fabulous.
Great,
but
yeah.
The HOGuru here doesn't really eat a lot of meat, so
I don't eat any meat except for smoked fish.
Yeah.
Or raw fish. Sometimes I'll have raw fish.
And cooked fish. We would love
Not as much as the other two.
to. What is this trend from Gundam's timeline? Gundam's UC timeline.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's a comment you can't see.
Okay.
Dusk was saying, Guru, do you want to know a fucked up trend from Gundam's UC timeline?
I don't know what a UC timeline is, so.
Well, we'll find out.
Will we though? Because I feel like he's not going to explain what the UC timeline is, just what the trend is.
Then why did we move where?
Good question, Lavender. Because they didn't know about all the fire. That's being caused by the nefarious sligs. Whoa! Okay, apparently I hit a wall I couldn't go through. Oh, this is going very badly.
I actually despise.
Why did I get
Beyond
stuck on a wall
Burgers.
there?
I like vegetarian burgers that are gluten free. I have discovered what is it that's in them? Like concentrated beet juice
Yep.
or something? And wow, it's almost an allergy, my reaction to the concentrated beet juice.
She's not a fan.
It is. I'm not a fan, and I do not have a good reaction to it. So that was an uncomfortable thing to find out. And now all vegetarian, gluten-free burgers are Beyond Beef burgers, Beyond Meat burgers.
Yep.
Which sucks because they all have that concentrated beef,
Yikes,
beet
Gus.
juice.
That is messed up. Ah! New types are evolved humans in Gundam.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, landed in a bed of spikes. We do not have Whataburger in Ontario? I don't know about the rest of Canada. Have you heard of What-A-Burger?
I've heard of it, but I've only heard of it mentioned by Americans.
Gotcha.
So I'm assuming we don't. Maybe like Toronto or
What is that
Vancouver
chest
might
there?
have it,
Oh, it
but
fell.
Yeah, it's not something I've ever.
Am I supposed to find out what's in that chest before that collapses? Let's find out together.
I'm more about discovering the like slightly off the beaten path restaurants.
Okay,
So,
I don't think there's a way to get that before it
Anytime we
collapses.
go on vacation to a new
Unless I
area,
put out the water.
I always like
Fire.
look
You know what I
for
meant.
gluten-free and vegetarian options for us, and end up finding some of the most interesting restaurants that way.
Awesome, Queen. I hope you don't have a reaction. Queen absurdly dropped by my stream last night, and I'm like, Queen, really happy you're here, but it's 6 a.m. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you got the third shot. Yeah, I don't think we're eligible for
Till
ours
February.
until January.
No, you're January. I'm
I'm
February.
January, you're
Yeah, we're
February,
both
right.
by
Yeah.
February. Yeah, I'm 10 days behind you, and you got to get it at the end of January. God, it's such a magnificent opening to a game. They just pulled out all the stops so effectively. There you go, Lavender. Canada is a wonderful country that everyone should either move to, or at least want to move to. But yeah, you're going to have a lot less options in garbage, like truly garbage fast food.
I don't know about that.
No, that's just a fact. There are more truly garbage fast food franchises in America. Like, that's just a fact.
But in Ottawa, we have the largest amount of shawarma restaurants per capita.
Anywhere on Earth.
Anywhere on Earth.
It's true.
We have all of the shawarma restaurants. The East Coast also
You literally cannot go more than like 5 blocks in the city without hitting a shawarma place.
Yeah, if you go to Nova Scotia, you also get a ton of shawarma
Not
places.
like in Ottawa,
But
though.
in Ottawa, like, there's like a shawarma place around the corner from us.
Oh, I know.
You can go anywhere and be like, "Where's the place?"
I
shawarma
wasn't
place?
exaggerating.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it sounds like I'm making a joke. I'm not. That's how much shawarma there is in Canada. It's amazing.
God, I love shawarma.
No, it's great. I used to love it myself before I stopped eating
really?
meat.
That's awesome.
We were
February
amazed that
is
you
a
woke
cool
up early.
month. Some of the best people are born in February.
I've heard that. Okay.
Oh no,
What
you
a
did have a
fun
reaction.
mechanic.
I hope you're feeling okay.
Oh. I hope you can take tomorrow off then. You know, get a good night's sleep and just relax. Oh, yeah. I'm right there with you, Mars. Everybody wants to move to Canada. God.
People who don't like snow.
No, they can learn. My mind will always be blown by the story of the guy who, like... was going to make his millions moving ice to the Caribbean because of all of the British people there who couldn't get ice for their drinks because they lived in the Caribbean. And I was just a second. And I was just, it blew my mind that there are people who, until like the late 19th century, had never in their lives seen ice.
I had a friend in school who had never seen snow.
Madness.
So we're in chemistry class, and it started
really
snowing, and they were looking out the window and
As
like
one does.
not paying attention at all. And our teacher rarely got angry, but like got really angry because like it was
That's
like
true, Mars.
blatant, and this person was
Gotcha,
such
Des.
a good student. And then the guy had to explain that he had never seen. He was like, "It's snowing." I'm like, "Yeah, what's the problem?" I've never seen snow. Yeah, and the teacher was like, "Okay, we're stopping the class now. We're just gonna go outside so you can experience snow."
Snow is the best, everybody. Ah! Love these machine gun dudes. I mean, I'm scared of them, but it's awesome.
Yeah, Lavender, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice having a country where
Booyah.
the majority of people are for everybody's rights. Now, that being said, there are politicians that want to take certain rights away.
Oh, yeah. We have
And
our share of trash
America
people. They're just
has
not...
influenced our politics to a unsettling degree.
But, on the upside, they tried to launch a Fox News here, and this
It
is
did
not a
not go
lie.
well.
It had an average viewership at any given moment.
Of 5 people.
No, it's not 5 people. It was never more than 2 digits of people
Yeah.
as an average viewer at any given time. So less than 100 people in the entire country were watching our Fox News equivalent at any given time. It was embarrassing. They gave our crackhead mayor, the crackhead mayor of Toronto, his own show with his scumbag brother, who's now our governor,
Premier.
which sucks. I'm using a word they'll understand. Our governor, which sucks. They gave them a show, and they had to cancel it after 2 episodes because the 2 of them were so drunk all the time, they couldn't do a coherent show. It normally
nice.
takes 2 hours to film a 1-hour news show that's pre-taped and has segments, right? And it took them 4 to 5 hours to film each episode. So it was just not cost effective to do because they were such drunken scumbags. And again, now he's our governor. Ontario can be pretty embarrassing sometimes.
Yeah.
Not America level embarrassing, but pretty bad.
Oh, Dusk, he really knows about the gaming industry screwing up left and right.
Oh, God, yeah.
He's going on and on in the stream about it.
Why do you think we never play, what do you call it? Why do you think we never, ever, ever play Ubisoft games here on the stream?
Oh, yeah, releasing buggy and complete games. Yeah, that sucks too, yeah.
Boom.
Wow, that sucks, Mars, that you haven't had snow yet and you don't even need to wear a jacket. It is presently snowing here.
Yeah, it's snowing right now.
But it is actually supposed to warm up in the next 2 days, so I'm bitter.
We keep getting snow and then it melts right away.
Oof, Lavender. Actually, Lavender, I happen to, a friend of a friend is one of the activists for trans rights that actually met with our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, and spoke in Parliament and all that to get, why can't I remember the name of the bill? The trans rights bill into law.
Nice.
And she just received, or they, I should say they, just received the Order of Ottawa. This person, her name's
Awesome.
Amanda, or their name's Amanda. She prefers.
Just say Amanda.
Amanda prefers gender-neutral terms, and it's something I only recently learned, so I am trying to correct myself as I go.
Stop just using
Which I
pronouns.
like.
Just
Yeah.
say her name.
So Amanda has written some amazing books about their family's journey, and definitely worth looking into those books. Amanda Jetty Knox, I believe she writes under.
Yes.
Or they write under, and just a fabulous person.
And I know what you're thinking. Amanda Knox, isn't that a famous murderer? It's just an unfortunate coincidence.
hence
Also,
the
Amanda
Jetty.
Knox wasn't a murderer.
No,
that
she
was a lie.
Wrongly accused and had a.
She was
horrible-
framed in a modern day witch hunt.
Yeah. But yeah, amazing person. Had read their writing first and was like, oh wow, sounds really awesome. And then once I met them, I was like, oh no, you really are as amazing as you seem.
Oh yeah, just a fantastic
Yeah.
advocate for rights.
Yeah. And just a wonderful person
Oh yeah.
altogether.
All
Just-
around.
Yeah. Lovely, lovely person. I am super intimidated by their wife because she's just stunningly
You
gorgeous.
told me to. Oh, there.
To the point where I get flustered around her. She looks like an actress that I was a fan of when I was young.
You're damn right I did.
But yeah, just like an amazing person, and yeah, have had the opportunity to meet her a number of times, and
Then you switch to Goop.
Amanda
cover
is
the
a
wood with goop.
friend of a close friend of mine, and help that friend on their journey too. So it's just an amazing person.
Boom. Like, this is the most satisfying using fire dynamics since Alone in the Dark 2008. And based on the title, hopefully we'll understand that Alone in the Dark 2008 came out 13 years ago. We had to wait 13 years for another game to use creative fire mechanics. What I'm saying is, most developers are shockingly unambitious.
That's horrible. Oh yeah, same here, Mars, and that's why I was trying to correct myself, because I only recently found out from this person's writing that they prefer gender-neutral terms, so and from mutual friends, so that's why I was trying to correct myself as I go.
Come on!
My biggest problem when friends have come out as trans, in switching the genders, the pronouns I use when talking about them, is a very literal, time-orientated thing of like, if I'm talking
look at
about
how good
a
that
specific
looks.
friend, and I'm talking about that friend since they came out, I would only use the proper
All right.
pronouns.
Before you continue, okay, 5 random pieces of wood. Walk, 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 walk. It's a portrait of him. So beautiful. Keep talking.
Cool. Yeah, and my struggle was always just talking about, like, telling a story from, like, I don't know, a decade or so ago about that friend before they came out. And then I use the wrong pronouns because my mind is too literal in that way.
That's fair.
And it isn't even that I think of them that way any longer. It's like I'm talking about a completely different person, and that's why my brain can't wrap myself around it. And it's something I make an effort to correct, obviously.
I didn't kill anybody. Hell yes. It is hard to finish levels without killing sligs. I didn't get any platinum medals. It was a little disappointing. Here's something fun. What do you call it? Wait. There we go. My neck. It's not Strange Dusk. You've never seen a proper Cyberpunk 2077 stream because that game is completely unplayable and everyone abandoned it immediately. So it's not really that surprising that you wouldn't have seen one.
Oof, that's
this?
a tough situation, Dusk. But I'm glad you were able to
Oh,
sort of step in and try
This is
and
what
help
they've
them stop.
this is what they've added in the special edition that I should show off. It's challenge levels. So what they've done is they've made a bunch of puzzle levels that are just like levels from the original game. So super difficult challenge levels where you have to avoid enemies and free other Mudokons. God. Yeah, this has always been one of the best franchises, and I'm so glad that it's back. I thought I would have the double jump, but it's literally like retro, so you don't have the double jump.
I don't like the flashing.
You shouldn't. It means you've died. Oof.
Wow, that is a lot of bright lights flashing in my eyes.
Just keep looking at your phone. Okay. Done.
Good one, Horror King. Good one.
I wonder if that did
Who would have
anything.
thought it that Horror King would make a pun
About wood.
like that?
Alright, well, we're going to stop now. I don't need to lose over and over again to make some point. Alright, I hope you all are ready to have your socks knocked on their asses.
What is it I said to you? It's about changing what you call people. Did like something in nerddom prepared us all for
Oh,
this?
yeah. Yeah, because every character is constantly switching names as they get new powers. And you just learn the new name to call them. And it's no trouble at all. Alright, so... close your phone for a second. We need all of your focus, woman.
Okay.
You can go back to your phone in a minute.
I'll ignore the comments. That's fine.
Yeah, you have to.
I don't have to pay attention.
Plushie reveal! It was Roxanne!
Roxanne!
Alright, are you ready?
Is that a dragon?
It is a dragon.
It's a dragon.
It is a cute baby dragon.
It's a dragon!
See? There's a mommy dragon with her egg. Here is a nefarious lair.
Here for an
never
urgent
felt that.
matter.
I didn't.
The legendary Creek Dragon has a son. They're both trying to free their lands and come to the moon. I command you, my frog
What
minions,
is
to stop
happening?
them before they are getting
Nearly normal
stronger.
Norman. Not nearly normal. The torso from Newcastle wants us to, wants his guys to go and deal with the legendary dragon's son, which is the egg.
Wait, these are like mean people that are gonna come hurt the
That's the
dragon?
plan.
I don't like the way that's doing.
It's a weird effect. There's a gargoyle. There's a UFO man?
So, congratulations, Marissa, on your...
14th win.
I was going to exaggerate, but okay.
73rd win.
73rd
All right.
win.
And now I am playing as a dragon in a Spyro ripoff.
Why is
'Cause-
Cookie Monster looking at the ground? Maybe there's a cookie down there?
Probably there's a cookie down there.
I would say cookie.
The way I keep house, there's almost certainly a cookie down
There's
there.
probably a cookie down there.
So, they're not showing me the cooldown time for this. So, can I not talk to Goaty? Yes, I need to find at least 2 to 4.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
I have to find 2 things. Hey, Corn, what's up?
See, I was joking with HOGuru earlier that I'm so tired I could cosplay as Roxanne.
Yep.
'Cause I have
Giant bags
giant-
under her eyes.
Not just bags under my eyes.
Rings
circles.
of blackness
I'm like,
under her
oh,
eyes.
that's not makeup. There's no
Nope.
makeup on my eyes right now. Also, Roxanne's got junk in the trunk, and so do
Boom.
I.
Science. Ow.
She's bootylicious.
Famously,
As
yes.
am I. We have things.
Oh, you have to... Okay. Game, I love the no, like, excessive text stuff there, but you should tell me when I can press a button. And what button press. No, you only become to me in the chat, Lavender. Hey, Sagar.
I'm very confused.
Well, that's the level... That's the $5,000 rank on the Patreon. You get to... A, you get to be the hidden object guru in the chat window.
Oh.
And B, I send you a new original painting every month.
That is not a reward.
It's
By
absolutely
you?
Of course.
Okay, because
I will paint a brand new painting every single month to send it, and like a full size painting. I'm talking like 5 feet by 3 feet.
He's a worse artist than I am.
I'm the worst artist.
Ooh.
But do you know who's a worse artist than me though?
Yeah.
The guy Mondrian who just did those squares. No, that's not Mondrian. Who did the squares?
Oh.
Okay, the guy who does the squares. I can do that in Photoshop today. You know who's a worse artist than I am? A certain Mr. Jackson Pollock. All right.
Yes, Mars, this is all news to me as well.
Well, you can request the painting be whatever you want. It's your $5,000. It's like nobody reads the Patreon.
I'm slightly embarrassed that I haven't.
Like, how does no one know that this level exists? It's right there on the Patreon.
That's insane.
Yeah. Okay, I'm being told to use the lever to lower the bridge. And I'm going to ask you, you have to be completely honest here.
That lever?
Oh, there it is. Okay, I thought it was here on the land somewhere. No wonder I got so confused. All right, now we're going to see if our fire breath can just toast these guys.
Toast! Toast.
I have 2 lives, so wish me luck. Nope.
What is this game? Like, what is this game called?
I don't remember.
Is it in the title?
No, it's in the description.
That's what I meant.
Some sort of baby quick dragon adventures. Quick baby dragon, something like that. The only thing that matters is someone has made a ripoff of Spyro, and it makes me happy.
Thank you, because I was like, this seems
Baby
a lot
Quick
like Spyro.
Dragon. Because these are called Baby Quick coins.
It's a little bit jarring. In the
That's a
motion.
frame... they haven't done camera smoothing.
Oh.
Ow! Yeah, the camera is
I
just
find
unconstrained.
It very disorientating and hard to watch.
Yeah, you can smooth out the camera, but you actually have to do it, and they didn't. Whoa, he's trying to climb after me? That ain't cool. Ooh, that was a lot of coin. Quick token, correct. Try to find all of them. I will.
Oh, I don't think it's just you that hates Jackson Pollock.
I knocked him over and he's still chasing me.
Although
I feel like that might be a glitch.
We do have some art friends that, some actual artist friends and friends with, art history degrees that probably we should never say that opinion around.
Fun fact about Jackson Pollock, and you can look this up. He started those paintings as a parody to prove that art collectors would buy literally anything. And then he got so good at getting art collectors to buy literally anything that just became what he did. That's also what Picasso did, by the way.
Yeah, but Picasso actually was...
No. I'm talking about the sketches.
Yes.
Like, he knew that no matter how bad a sketch he did, like, no matter how crude it was, once he became famous, like, no matter how crude the sketch was, he would always be able to, like, sell it for hundreds of dollars. And then for the rest of his life, he never paid anything for a meal. He would just pay in sketches. And those sketches are all now worth $15,000, $20,000. So he paid for $20 meals with what are now $15,000 sketches.
Lavender, I really like that idea. That would be amazing.
Thank you, Mars.
And now I totally want...
By the way, that would be the best thing to do for a $5,000 level thing, Patreon.
Yeah.
a version of my Merwin tangled in barbed wire. Just like a full-size painting version of that.
No, I see. Here's the thing: if you get enough people to do this level on the Patreon, we now live stream you, like actually at an easel painting.
That would be hilarious.
You'd have to have a beret.
Oh god, yeah. You can't paint without a beret. That's just a fact.
Talk about happy little clouds. Get some Bob Ross going on.
Boop. Well, sadly, you all can't do the $5,000 Patreon level because there's only one patron allowed at that level. But you can all, like, team up.
See, it's not just a money grab.
No, I wouldn't have unlimited. How would it work if everybody's name on the chat was the hidden object guru? That would make no sense.
Yeah. Although it would be really funny.
It would be hilarious, but
So,
I wouldn't let that
These are the
happen.
Daves I know kind of situation.
Exactly. Because right now, if someone tries to name themselves the hidden object guru without paying, they get put on timeout. Thanks, Mars. Oh, and you can't pledge $5,000 and then I do it and then you don't come up with the money. You only get the painting a month after the check has gone through. I ain't a sucker.
Oh.
I ain't a sucker. I know what happened to all those sex workers. Is that an extra life? Yeah, and the jump is a little... I know I'm a dragon, but the jump's a little floaty for my taste. Extra life. It'll bring you back one time. Oh, am I supposed to go over there, over here? Oh, it's a key! I don't think I can jump that far. There's no way I can jump that far, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Can you use the bouncy balls with the spikes on them to, like...
What bouncy
boing
balls?
yourself? See those bouncy
Yeah, but there's not
things?
one on this side, so it doesn't matter. I really feel like I should be able to, like, flap or glide or something. But
I
look,
know, that's what I was going
I'm not
to ask.
gliding.
Why can't you glide?
I'm
yet?
holding
Maybe
down the
that's
jump
it.
button and nothing's happening. You're right, maybe I have to unlock gliding.
Yeah, maybe it's like that other dragon game you played where you turn into bigger versions of the dragon with more abilities.
Oh, that'd be so cute. What level of the Patreon includes feed pics? We haven't done one yet. It would have to be just an obscene amount
I've
of money.
already sent you feet pics.
What?
I used to take pictures of my socks when they were themed on the day.
I think they're talking about my feet.
Oh, your feet. Oh, no one wants to see that.
See, there you go.
I'm teasing. His feet are fine.
Yeah, and more importantly, I don't care, so.
Yeah.
This is really cute.
It is very
Hey,
adorable.
buddy, what's your deal?
Draggy! See?
Oh, that's how you find a checkpoint.
Maybe
A
now
dragon
the
shows up
draggy
and just
will teach
breathes
you
some
how to
fire.
fly.
Nope, just tell me to be careful.
Yeah, that suits.
Okay.
What?
None. Because I don't take baths. I only take showers. Why? Because I'm 6'3", and we live in a human-sized apartment. So we have a... I am 6'3". The bathtub is 4 feet long. You figure out how it was supposed to fit in it.
It's so tiny.
I can't even
It's
sit.
too small for me.
I can't sit in the bathtub and then stretch my legs out. That's how tiny this... Look, I'm supposed to have the key from over there to unlock this. But I can't glide.
Oh,
Is there a glide button?
I'm very
View controls. Okay, move camera, jump, shoot, interact, ultimate attack, dive, swim up, camera zoom. There's no glide button.
This is weird.
It also says dive, so I'm going to be able to swim later?
Yeah.
Oh, alright, so let's hit that next button. 3, 2, 1, jump for it! I almost didn't make that. I thought if I hit all the buttons, like an extra bridge would appear, but... Oh, it did? No, it's just one new bridge every time. So did we miss over a button over there that would have let us get to the key?
Maybe?
That could be it, right? Oh, moving platform. Whew. Feet pics are in hot demand. Oh my god. I remember I was doing a video about my theory that Lorelei on the Gilmore Girls drinks and drives every episode. And so in order to do the math on her blood alcohol level, I had to find out how tall the actress was and how much she weighs. And the thing that upset me was not just that there was... What's her name? Lauren Graham. Was not just that there was a website where I could find that out, which made me upset that there was. What made me far more upset was that when I typed in Lauren Graham, it auto-completed to Lauren Graham feet. Yeah.
That's
really uncomfortable.
upsetting.
And it made me feel sick about what I was doing, even though what I was doing had nothing to do with Lauren Graham's feet. Just knowing that that's the first thing that comes up in autocomplete. Autocomplete's a dangerous thing, people. That's why Nicki Minaj had to create that lie about her cousin's friend.
Oh, right, I remember.
Yeah, because the thing is, so what happened
Chill
was...
stream, dude.
I'm not talking about what it was. I'm saying is, when you're a celebrity, you have to be very careful about what happens if they type your name into Google. So what is the autocomplete when they're typing your name into Google? And something very bad happened involving Nicki Minaj that I'm not going to talk about. And so she went, and so her PR people said, if you don't do something right now to create a lot of news stories about yourself, you are going to have the worst autocomplete possible. And so she went on Twitter and she made up an insane lie about vaccines out of nowhere to ensure that everybody talked about it. Just because a PR person was trying to keep her from having the worst possible autocomplete. Yeah. It's weird how much of our news cycles are now controlled by people's fears or trying to manipulate what Google autocompletes as. I got a gem? Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, picks are something that get me going, Brian. But yeah, why is the internet so mad at people that are into feet? I've never understood that.
It is weird, Brian. You have a good night, Dusk. Thanks,
Have a good
Mars.
night.
Oh my god. So wait, as I restarted at the checkpoint, I was already getting punched twice by an ogre?
Mean ogre, bad ogre.
Why don't you stay dead? Good to know, Mars. It's true. Feet fetishists are one of the least harmful kind of fetishists. Okay. Come on!
Yeah, I feel like you're missing something.
Did I miss the double jump ability somewhere? Or the glide ability? Okay, I like that when you come back from being dead, you're lying on your back and waving your little footsies in the air. That guy was...
adorable.
That was amazing.
Like, bed my belly!
That was a really cute animation. Developer, if you're listening to this, no notes. That was fantastic.
Yes, the cuteness is keeping us playing this.
Okay. Yeah, because, like, I'm having real problems. Like, why can't I flap? Why can't I jump higher? Oh my god, the dead guy's still following me! Look! And he's trying to attack me! But
That's
because he's
weird.
dead,
That
he
happened earlier,
can't!
yeah.
That is one of the best glitches I've seen lately. Oh, you missed everything, Horror King. Why are feet fetishists the least harmful fetishists? Good question.
Oh, because it's feet?
It's feet. Like, there's basically no risk to anyone involved.
Yeah.
Sorry, most harmless popular fetish. Obviously, there are people, with fetishes that are completely benign that we don't even know exist. But of popular fetishes, they're the least harmful. You might say, what about people who are attracted to boxes? And I'm like, yeah, that often ends with them, hurting themselves in one way or another. So I'm not going to say the box fetish is completely harmless.
A strange conversation has happened for those of you asking what happened while you left. About talking about foot fetishes.
I blame our chat, who are monsters.
They're not monsters. Again, we were talking about how harmless it is.
Oh, come on!
Oh, you fell down.
Okay,
What's
Maddie.
keeping those islands
That makes
in
sense.
the sky?
Magic.
Oh, okay.
Obviously. Okay, long story short, we lost all our lives because even though you're playing as a dragon, falling off of cliffs costs you a life instead of just 1 hit point and you get teleported back to the top of the cliff. I honestly don't mind restarting the level. I find this dragon so unbelievably cute. That is definitely something, Maddie. Oh, everybody remember to like the stream. That is definitely something that there is assistance for you about to look into.
Yeah, I was just talking earlier about a friend of a friend, Amanda Jedionox, who has an amazing book about their spouse coming out as, well, first their child, then their spouse coming out as trans, and their, you know.
The journey.
Their journey.
Lady here knows literally the most prominent trans activist in the entire country.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're well aware of the resources available to you, and she would be happy to tell you about some of them if you need them.
I also know a bunch of people who, you know, are technically trans but are like more gender fluid, and I have some friends who are like have gone through the journey and have decided, you know, not necessarily trans, just like to switch genders every once in a while and still consider themselves a cross-dresser.
The point is, gender is a spectrum.
Yeah.
And there, as much as people try to erase the cross-dressing identity, it exists.
Yeah.
Those people are just gender fluid.
Yeah.
We now have the word gender fluid to describe what we used to call cross-dressing.
And there's people, I have a
look at what this game is doing.
What?
It doesn't have the straight under drop shadow.
Oh no!
Oh, developer, if you were listening to this, include a straight down drop shadow.
Yeah, because
you need that for platforming.
I will never play this game now.
Like the drop, I get why
There's
you wanted
no
to have
way I
a
can do
realistic drop,
platform.
a realistic drop shadow, but you got to do the straight down one.
There's no way I will ever play a platformer with moving platforms unless
You have the
there's a-
straight down drop shadow. Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh, I also have another friend who recently came out and said, like, I identify as female, but I hate when people use female pronouns when talking to me.
Yeah. So why not a pan identity? Why bi? Because the age she's at, the pan identity didn't exist.
Yes, it's literally, I found out that bi was a thing, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Finally, I've been trying to figure out if I'm gay or straight. This is a thing. If I were to come out today, it would probably be pan, not bi, but yeah.
Whereas I am almost too straight.
Yeah. Oh, you're like super straight.
No, super straight is a hate organization.
Oh, yes.
But yes, I'm weirdly straight.
Yes.
Does that mean I can't tell you that Rick Yoon is the most beautiful man on earth? Of course not. I'm not blind. Oh my god, he jumped off a cliff trying to get
you're
me.
Comfortable in your own sexuality.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You're not, and
Am I attracted to Rick Yoon? No,
Yeah.
but objectively, he's the prettiest man on earth.
but you've also almost your entire life been like surrounded by LGBTQ
Oh, absolutely.
plus people.
Yeah.
So you're just like,
It's completely normal for me to talk about this
Yeah.
kind of stuff. I understand that there's literally nothing to prove to anyone about people's sexuality. Like, why would you have to?
yeah.
Who are you competing with? Who are you trying to
Pan
impress?
flag is objectively better.
Which one
do
is the
agree
pan
with
flag?
you. Okay, now I'm blanking on it.
Doing much better this time.
Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, just Google it. It's fine. Have you ever had a close look at why and how they got the idea of a video game and make it? Which game?
It just means HOGuru is just straight. I'm teasing him. Because he is the most ordinary person.
Yeah.
There's like no struggle with the sexual.
Weirdly, I don't actually appreciate the male physique. When I say that Rick Yoon is the prettiest man on earth, it's entirely based on... Have you seen that man's, like, face? Have you seen his cheekbones and jaw? Jesus. Again,
Yeah.
it's like he was carved out of granite.
Yeah.
Like, it is
Pan
crazy.
Bai is someone who specifically taught... My understanding, and pan has a lot of different meanings, so
there we go.
please take this with a grain of salt. But my understanding is bi is someone who says I am specifically attracted to men and women. Whereas pan is I am specifically attracted to the person,
And
not the
gender means nothing to you.
And gender means nothing.
Yeah.
So they could be the person they're attracted to.
Come on, yes!
Could identify as asexual.
Burn.
And
Ow.
they would still find that attractive because it's about the person, not about the thing. All right.
Sonic and Black Knight. No, I have not looked into Sonic and Black Knight at all. I do not know anything about that game. Look, he's doing it again! He's doing it again! Oh, I love this guy. Such a cutie. It would be great, since the screen is already cluttered, if there was a meter telling me when it was... Oh, that is a good looking flag.
Yeah, it's much better than the bi flag.
Bi flag's kind of confusing, I'll be honest.
As are all bi people.
Trans flag's the best flag, though.
Yeah, the trans flag.
That's a
is
badass
awesome.
flag. What are these coins for? Like, they're not showing me except at the bottom right, and it's not seeing any obvious, like, advantage to them.
Exactly, Lavender.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, so yes, I'm not familiar with large crystals blocking the way you just acquire an
most
item.
people I know say queer as well.
It's
Mars.
just convenient.
It's just convenient, and it's also the reclaiming of the word.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, queer is great because then you don't have to get it. There's no reason to get into details and figure out some math or whatever. You're just like, no, we have the word queer to cover the spectrum. I think it's fantastic. All right, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Everybody hates Sonic and the Dark Knight. Well, now you're making me curious to try it. Is it available on Steam, Demon Play? Okay, so they're saying I'm missing an item. Now, logic would dictate that the item I need is under that lock and I need the key to get it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna finally try to jump over to where the key is.
Okay.
And just see if something, maybe there's a gust of wind or something, I don't know. Boom! Okay. Okay.
By the
Kablamo.
way, it does make one feel really old to say, yeah, the term pansexual, it did exist.
It existed, it wasn't
but
in the common usage.
It wasn't common usage, and it didn't necessarily mean what it means today.
No, it's a much better definition now
I mean, it
than when
is
we were
in a
young.
lyric of,
Yeah, no, but it's a much clearer meaning
Yes.
now, and it's more useful now than it was when we were kids. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Not just for that reason, but because Judy Garland was a style icon.
Yeah.
And essentially the queen of the gays.
Yeah.
To the point where, and this is true, this isn't what caused the Stonewall riot. But if you want to ask, were people extra on edge that day? They
Yes.
were extra on edge that day because they had just come back from a march from the wake of Judy Garland. Judy Garland had died that day.
That's a bit of a history that people have forgotten.
No, sorry, the day before, and that was the day of the wake.
Yeah.
And they all, there was a giant march down there, and then they left. Now, that's not why they rioted. But, the cops deciding to raid them that night was the straw that broke the camel's back. Because, of all nights to give the gay and queer community a day off of persecution, maybe the day they were having the wake for Judy Garland was not the day to raid this place.
Yeah.
Where is the key? I've forgotten where the key is. Oh, it's over here. Okay. I mean, this game is super cute. I love Spyro ripoffs. Oh, the Stonewall Riot, Maddie, is when the first fight for gay rights in America started.
Well,
There's a place. No, it was when it became a public thing.
Yeah.
There was a place called the Stonewall Inn, which was a gay bar that regularly got raided by the cops, and it was mafia owned and run, and so normally it got left alone because the mafia always bribed the cops. That's how New York works. And so what happened was, one night, the cops were like, we haven't been meeting our quota of harassing queer people. So they decided to raid them, and the queer people for once were like, oh, screw this, and they refuse to go quietly. They refuse to get arrested. They like threw Molotov cocktails. Well, not Molotov cocktails, but they set a cop car on fire. They threw bricks. They essentially sent the cops fleeing from
Why
it.
am I blanking her name? Marsha Johnston?
Yeah, I think it's Marsha Johnson.
Marsha Johnson?
Yeah. Trans activist.
Trans activist. She spoke. You've probably heard parts of her speech.
But essentially, the queer community at the bar that day started out as an anniversary of that event.
Because of Stonewall.
And so, right, essentially, they made such a fuss that the cops couldn't pretend it wasn't happening and ignore it anymore. And that was the kickoff. So the newspapers had to write about this thing. Oh, well, why was there a riot? And so they had to talk about why the riot was. And once you start talking about it, other people feel empowered to talk about it. And this is what kickstarted the gay rights movement in America. Now, it's not the first one on Earth. I mean, go to Germany in the 20s.
Yeah.
Frigging awesome place to be queer. The best place in the 20th century to be queer, arguably, was Germany in the 20s. How am I supposed to get over there?
I don't know.
Like, there should be a switch here
Can you climb
that makes a bridge to there. I'm gonna climb the tree, maybe.
Tree? Is there something on the tree?
No, and I can't... Oh, maybe I can burn down the tree and have
What
it
is
fall?
it?
No?
What does that sign say?
This is an extra life.
Oh.
Because there was an egg here when we first got here.
Okay. I just thought maybe the sign was giving you some kind of instruction. Yeah, I can't figure out how to
I
get
don't
over
know. Well, Lavender, it's very confusing, but this one you can blame on Christians. Not just Christians, but mostly Christians.
And I mean, it's a horribly logical thing.
Yeah.
Where the church decided to outlaw it because if there are gay people, you're not making more Christians to take over the world.
That's one that is definitely oh, him lying on his back is so cute. Another aspect to it is, I hate to say this, but when people see things that are as opposed to their sexual orientation, they have what is psychologically called a revulsion reaction. And this is completely normal. It's the same revulsion reaction you see when you see a dead body or something diseased. When it's something that is opposed to you, and you feel that way. And people in prehistory, instead of accepting that this was just a feeling they had and to get over it, they decided, oh, that revulsion feeling must be a message from God telling us that a thing is evil. So in the same way that they created a bunch of rules about how to handle dead bodies because of the revulsion thing, they created a bunch of rules about why gay people were bad because of their revulsion reactions. And that's the careful handling of dead bodies, good rule. Gay people are evil, very bad rule. But it came from the same place.
So how I could never watch a video of someone getting their teeth cleaned by a dentist because it creeps me out.
That horrible sick feeling, and yeah. Now you're not, but the difference is you're not going to start a religion about how it's against God to make a video of teeth being cleaned.
Yeah.
But that is what people in prehistory did, and we call that book the Old Testament or the Torah. How long have I been live streaming for? Today? What, since 9? An hour and a half.
No, I think in general.
Oh, in general?
Yes. A few years?
A couple of years, I guess.
I don't know. When
few
did
years?
you start the channel? Time has ceased having meaning.
We've been live streaming every day.
I literally wrote the date as 2022 today, and then I realized it wasn't 2022 yet. And I was like, wait, what year is it?
Aww.
I'm very tired today.
You have every right to be. But yes, you don't want to be rude. I don't know why that would be rude unless you were about to say, you should be better at it by now.
Oh, Demon Plays, I have totally been forced to do that. A video, anyway. And
you were just supposed to get the mini crystal. It had nothing to do with the key.
Oh, weird.
Really embarrassing.
I
have no interest in doing that.
And yeah, gross.
It's true, Corn.
When I was in high school.
Wait, but before you continue, I just want to point that out. In this game, I just did what they wanted. Oh no! And I destroyed the giant crystal. And the piece of the giant crystal. Now, so you're supposed to destroy the giant crystal to end the level. And the piece of the giant crystal that flew out when it was destroyed
Yeah.
pushed me off the island, killing me.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
That's bad.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh, when I was in high
school, yeah.
So I was supposed to be taking a sociology course in my last year at OAC. So
There you go, Lavender.
So I needed this credit. So the teacher that was supposed to teach it fell
He's
ill
still
and had
chasing
to
me!
leave. And it was supposed to be this really interesting, like, psychology course that I was
Aw.
super excited to take. So then a gym teacher took it over,
Yep.
which should tell you all you need to know. And remember, these are like students that are planning to go to university that need this credit. So she decided that since her grade 9 students didn't know anything about sex ed, that this was what the class was going to be. And on a day when I skipped, and apparently another one of the students skipped, both of our parents were teachers. Anyway, where we skipped class because we
Damn,
were
Maddie.
bored.
Don't punch your monitor. They're very expensive.
She made us watch this horrible sex ed, what she thought was a sex ed video, which was all about women giving birth, and it was raw and close up and disgusting. And my friend and I ended up having a huge conversation about how we would never ever have children and had both looked into medical ways to never have children.
So, funny thing about the Weimar Republic, Corn. Whenever people ask me if I would go back in time and kill baby Hitler, I always say no. And the reason I say no is because there's no reason to. If there wasn't a Hitler, there would have been another guy. If I could go back in time, I'd kill the 50-odd people who thought it was a good idea to spend all of the years after World War I brutally economically punishing Germany. Because that is what allowed the scumbag right wing to come in power in Germany. If they hadn't done that, no World War II, no fascism, much better country overall. I'm not saying, oh, Spideys! Sorry to have to attack you, buddy. You're real cute for a Spidey.
The hell is wrong with Far Cry 6 that you almost punched your monitor?
Ardeen doesn't carry skirts? I'm not familiar. What is Ardeen?
Ardeen is, it used to be like an accessory store. Over next to the Gray Market store?
Oh, that place, right.
The junkie place?
The junkie place that has, like, swimsuits in the summer and...
Yeah.
Okay. Dear developer, if you ever watch this video, you gotta have the enemies get staggered by my attack, because as I'm attacking them with fire, they continue charging me, and they hit me. And that ain't cool, game.
Okay, that's awesome, and I'm probably gonna have to go to the store and see if
Okay,
they have
this
any
is
of
the
those
best
cats
continuing glitch I've seen in ages.
Yeah. This is adorable.
The enemies that just keep attacking after being killed. I'm now disappointed when one doesn't attack me after it's killed. An item in the box. Hit it to
As
see what's
someone
inside.
who's worked in clothing retail for a really long time,
Oh my god, he looks so cute with his miner helmet on!
the majority of people working in stores like that, not that we don't care, just that we're like, yeah, cool, another customer. It does not faze us one little bit and is way more common than you would think, Maddie. Like, way more common.
Crushing it. How the hell would I ever get over there? Yeah, we need to be able to fly. Maybe we get that ability later and can come back. Because a lot of these levels don't make sense if we can't fly.
It's weird how hard it is to find a good skirt right now. Now, I will give them the excuse of everybody's having transport problems because, every industry is being affected by this.
Can we jump that high?
So people are having trouble getting stuff in. So companies are having to, prioritize stuff. And as a clothing company in Canada, they're like,
I don't know if I can weigh in on this demon. I've never owned a car. That seems like a lot, though. My instinct would be that seems like a lot.
It's a truck, so trucks are more expensive. And
Right.
I don't know.
does that count the wait? Does that count the purchase price, or are you just like repairing it over and over and over?
Like I have my.
Because a new truck's gonna run you like what, 50, 60 grand American?
Yeah.
So this truck's still running. It ain't
At
too much.
least.
You know. If we'd all get electric cars, it'd cost a lot less to maintain. Effectively nothing. But that's a whole other
Right?
conversation.
I love wearing skirts and dresses. I don't understand why all people, no matter what their gender is, don't.
So once I make that jump, I can't come back. Where am I supposed to go from here?
Like, what was it? Oh, so, I know someone who was kind of in the closet about possibly being trans or being a cross-dresser. I've actually had this conversation with a number of people. But it was something I repeated to a friend a few years back because we were talking about, you know, like what's normal to wear, blah, 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 how comfortable skirts are. And I'm like, just wear a sarong around the house if you're worried about what people will think. And they're like, what? And I'm like, it's good enough for Nathan Fillion. It's good enough for anybody.
That's true.
And then I had to show them a video of Nathan Fillion just hanging out wearing a sarong.
Awesome,
Okay,
Mars.
was Nathan Fillion on a beach? Yes, but still.
All right. So, yeah, here's the thing, game. I'm loving your game. No notes. Baby Quick is super cute. I love that for a name for a child Moondragon, but you gotta tell me how to either jump, double jump, or glide, because I can't make most of these jumps, and I can't figure out how I'm supposed to make most of these jumps. So if you could work on that, we would happily come back to this game, because it is cute as beans. That is a lot of truck demon play.
Right, Lavender? How much I love Billy Porter's taste in fashion.
Which one is Billy? Oh, Billy Porter,
That's
right?
Billy Porter,
Yeah,
yeah.
with the okay.
From Coast. Yeah. Just like love it.
That would make sense, Corn.
And that's like the best example, but you know. We also have Tim Curry.
Oh, Tim Curry.
Sorry, Maddie. That sucks when someone makes you feel bad about wearing something you love.
Yeah. Next up, Deadly Flare. Oh, that shouldn't be hard to get online, Maddie.
Yeah. Or you can try thrift shopping, like Value Village, or not that you know.
So, this is one of those games that the developers sent me out of the blue without, like, me knowing they existed. And obviously I'm always obliged to cover them. Although I'm finding out, fun fact, based on my my experiences promoting my game, almost no one does that. And now I feel really sorry for all of the people whose games I've played on the stream, if I was the only one who was playing their game.
Aw.
Dionysus is the god of booze. And a lot of other stuff, but the god of booze. Dionysus is the god of being down for whatever.
I recently went thrift shopping with a friend of mine and found them a silk pleated, made in Italy skirt that was gorgeous. It was just wrinkly as hell, so it didn't look like anything. And I was like, hold on, that's silk. Okay, this isn't my size, but it's your size. This is amazing.
There you go. It was a normal day in our lives. We were so happy, but all of a sudden, a never-seen solar event changed everything. The world as we knew it was never more. At first, we thought only the electricity was the problem. But it was way worse. That burst of radiation changed our DNA forever. People started to drop dead, but they would come back as monsters. They were unstoppable. It got me where it really hurts. My family just vanished. It has been 4 years. Now I can't hide anymore. My resources are over.
This
So-
is translated, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Dear developer, if you happen to be watching this and you would like me to do that recording, like I will send you a clean recording of that you can play in the intro of your game.
He also might be willing to correct the grammar for you too.
Yeah,
He
but I mean,
offers
if
proofreading.
oh, you know, very inexpensive proofreading services. But Seriously, if you want me to voice act that for you, just let me know and I absolutely will. Oh, check it out! The dude cel-shaded is using cel-shaded art style. Nice. You got the thick borders around everything. All right, let's use the stairs to leave the bunker. The word you're looking for is ladder. Gotcha, Lavender. Very mad, Demon. Very, very mad. Move the pistol to the hotbar to equip it. How do I get to my inventory? The normal way. Do I have to equip ammo as well, or am I good? Alright, reload.
What is your dream car? I don't know that you have a dream car.
Dream car? No.
Yeah.
I don't know, just a sedan with plenty of legroom for me.
It'd be nice if it was electric and there were enough charging stations to make that practical.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess hybrid for now, until Canada catches the F up.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Quick, let's grab this car engine. Good. I've got the engine from a car. Every vehicle needs all the components to be able to drive. You can drag vehicle parts in and out of the slots. Thanks.
I have a friend who, in their local small town, which is, pretty small, but, I mean, I guess it's technically a city, but still pretty conservative, too.
Battery, gas can, tire.
Well, pre-pandemic, found a group of people who, they would just get together once a month and dress however they wanted to, and it was like a potluck thing, and it was, a place to be
wearing,
who you are. And,
is it fair to say that wanting to wear crop tops means making the commitment to do 600 crunches a day?
No, that's why high-waisted flare skirts exist. I can wear all the goddamn crop tops I want.
It's her! Tank Top Zombie Lady! You may recognize her from 30% of the games I play.
Yep.
You can't aim, and you can't shoot unless you're doing the aiming mode, which is weird for this kind of game. Oh, nice. The Dukes of Hazzard car.
No, they are not, Train Boy. I really enjoyed the non-congested roads during, actual shutdowns when COVID first started. It was the only thing I enjoyed about that, but yeah.
Felt real bad for John Schneider when he's like, should we take Dukes of Hazzard off the air? I can't imagine anyone being pro-Confederacy, but I mean, there is that thing on the car. What should I do here, people? But unfortunately, that encouraged the worst people on Earth to reach out to him and say that he is a victim of anti-white racism. And I'm like, oh, poor John Schneider. He's just trying to be a good guy, and the worst people on Earth came to see him. Dear game, why when I open this are you playing the I just fell into water sound effect?
That is weird.
It's very weird.
Also,
Battery.
There's a weird water effect over your hands.
There is?
Yeah, watch. Do it again. The open thing.
Open thing?
Yeah, when you said you had that sound effect, just watch the screen after you come out of there. Oh, no, what's happening?
It's not doing it anymore.
No.
Oh, there it goes. Yep, there's the water.
See? There.
Yeah. No, I was just listening to the sound. I didn't notice it. Oh, that is weird. We found a bug developer. Check that out. Of course, Maddie. That's always the hardest part. Is trying to do stuff on your own. Damn it. I need more. Also, this probably isn't the kind of battery I need. Boop.
True, Train Boy. We do. But the problem is in Canada's so big.
Stupidly big. Second biggest country on Earth.
You can't really... we need better train systems connecting all of our major cities. It's just...
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we have faster rail?
Yeah, that's the real question.
Europe has it. Why don't we have fast rail like that?
That would be amazing. It is easier when there is no city in Europe that is more than 10 miles away from another city.
That is true.
That does help things.
That does help things. But yeah, it's
Do you
just...
have a pickaxe? No.
It's a giant country. Which is...
honestly too big, probably.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I love it, but it's a real big country.
Yeah. But yes, congested roads are a huge problem, and our...
trains are the best, you're right.
City has a huge problem.
I am I'm being zombied! It's her again! Thought I killed her. Oh, was this? Oh, God! Her head exploded. That was awesome? Yeah, I'm gonna say
Edmonton
awesome.
is in a different country. A very different country.
So cruel.
I'm making a Canada joke here. Edmonton is in Alberta, which is in Canada. Of course, in Canada, we joke about Alberta being a whole other country of its own.
Yes. It's a very funny joke for
We also
Canadians.
make that same joke about Quebec and Newfoundland.
That's true.
But we mean them every time we say the joke, depending on where we're talking about. We mean a different thing.
Oh, totes. Neat, train boy.
That is true, Gray.
Don't know who Ken Block is, so I did not hear that. That's true, Corn. It's called the 17, and it goes all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia, to a ferry, ending at a ferry that goes to Cape Breton.
And I have driven on every part of it.
Yeah, it's called the 17, and it is literally a single road that covers the entire country. And the crazy part is, our biggest city is not on that road. So, like the Trans-Canada Highway, the one highway that's the whole city, you can't go to our major city, biggest city, if you take it.
Yep.
Oh, and in Quebec, they changed the name of it because Quebec are just like that. So it's briefly called the 20. Or is it the 40? No, it's the 20, because the 40 is the 401, right?
I can't remember.
I think it's the 20.
Which
yeah.
I should, considering how
It's easy enough
often
to find out. But yeah. Ah. Ooh, delicious foods. Oh no, protein, carbs, fats. Dear developer, like, I'm intrigued by what you're doing here, and I'm on the record being pro-zombie survival games, but don't become one of those games where I have to be so fiddly about surviving that I don't just have to eat. I have to balance the different nutrients I get while eating. That's why I noped out of the food part of Green Hell and had a better experience because of it. Like, no one enjoys well, no, some people enjoy doing that, but like, you're talking about a fraction of people want to play survival games at all, and only a tiny fraction of that fraction wants to spend that much time worrying about what their character's eating. That's just a fact.
It's totally possible, Lavender. You just have to do the right kind of exercises, like Marza.
I'm not familiar with that,
alluded
train
to.
boy. Okay, so
it's
every time I get
getting
too
the-
close to something, we briefly dip underwater.
I know, right? It's weird.
Very
It's
strange.
getting the like the definition, I think, of a muscly woman that's hardest, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't have a ton of definition, but I'm definitely muscly.
Oh,
I also
muscly.
enjoy saying muscly.
Also, remember, if you ever want to have actual muscle definition, you have to dehydrate yourself,
Yeah.
so don't do that.
Yeah.
Someone talked about my one of the funniest things ever, which is there was an entire conversation about how unbelievably hard Harrison Ford had to work out to get in shape to be shirtless for the whole second half of Temple of Doom.
Yep.
And if you look at him now, you're like, there's zero muscle definition because he's in incredible shape,
Yep.
but he didn't like not drink any fluids.
Yep.
The only way to get muscle definition is to not drink anything for 36 hours before you...
And you can get a bit of muscle definition.
No, but I'm
by,
talking about what people
doing
mean when they say...
exercises.
But I'm saying when people say, that guy's cut, they mean the look you get for not having drunk any water for essentially a day and a half. Don't do that. Oh, Twigtacular. Physics apocalypses are one of the most entertaining kind of apocalypses.
I have a job
A second
where I
gun,
lift a ton
nice.
of nonsense every day, and yeah,
I'll tune you up real fast.
I had to put my favorite blazer into storage. It's like this beautifully
She got too muscly.
tailored jacket that's just like gorgeous. Think female Humphrey Bogart, because it's like that perfect off-white, like creamy
Oh,
with like a
ooh.
black trim like tuxedo jacket, but super fitted for like. Anyway, it's awesome, and I had to put it in storage because it doesn't fit my arms anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Muscle deficiency? I mean, isn't it just not, like, having any muscle? Like, I don't know that term. Do you know that term? Hmm? Awesome,
Who said-
Lavender.
Where did it appear? didn't
I
see
haven't
it.
played Forza Horizon 5, Demon. I tend to love the Forza games, but they didn't send me they didn't send me 5, so I just haven't tried it yet. Last Forza game I played was Forza Horizon 2. The one that came out right after the Forza Horizon Fast and the Furious crossover, which was also awesome. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
I enjoy being a strong woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that's a, compensation thing for, being called little all my life and
Oh,
being
definitely.
discriminated against for being female, and I enjoy just being, like, unusually strong for my size. But today kind of sucked, because I'm so tired, and I've worked so much
Oh.
that I couldn't open.
That's not muscle. Sorry, muscle definition is what we were talking about. If you drink no water, your skin will go really tight to your muscles. And that is when you see bodybuilders and you can see like every vein and every bit of their muscles. That's because they haven't drank any water in like a day and a half. And they've eaten specific things to dry out their whole body.
So I was opening a bottle of jar of wipes at work today, industrial wipes to disinfect stuff, and I could not open it.
Yep.
I was like, I had to ask my coworker to open it.
That's why abs in movies are mostly created with makeup or CG, because it's hugely unhealthy
Yep.
to do the kind of liquid
And
restriction.
who do we have to blame for that?
I don't know. Oh, Brad Pitt,
Pitt.
obviously. Yeah. Inventor of the ab, Brad Pitt. Well, popularizer of the ab. Obviously, the inventor of the ab was Bruce Lee. But
yeah.
popularizer of the ab was Brad Pitt. You have a good night, Lavender. Being fit is good. Everybody should be fit, but drink plenty of water. Forza Horizon 3 was the crossover. Thanks, Demon.
Lavender.
Help with what, Demon? Alright, so I have nowhere near enough of the stuff to fix my car. I do have one wheel, so let's drop that off before we start looking any further. Do I have a map? I don't. Oh, whoa! I accidentally turned off my HUD by pressing N. Oh. So N turns the HUD off. M turns it on. Fascinating.
There's ways to fix that, Mars. Being unhealthy, that is.
Oh, yeah, totally. Eat more and exercise slightly more than you are.
And I mean, it's about, when you have injuries, it's about finding the exercise that works for you.
Of course.
Which, I say that on the other side of it, but I totally know where you are and have been there.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yes. Maddie, getting rid of a belly is just about picking a diet that's right for you and sticking to it. Then you'll get rid of the belly.
And also as...
Obviously be active as well.
No, I was just going to say, and also just... especially for women, but men too, need to realize that a bit of a belly is totally normal.
Of course.
And women will, like that lower belly that women are, often
Criticized
shamed
for
is completely normal and just an effect
totes.
that certain hormones have on their body. And yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I hate the flat belly crowd. They
I
piss me
know.
off.
They are the worst. Alright, so let's put that one there.
It's if you feel healthy. Because that's the thing. Like, don't...
It's a weird looking car.
First of all, any doctor that talks about BMI is a quack.
Oh, yeah. BMI's nonsense.
That's just nonsense.
According to BMI, The Rock is morbidly obese.
Yes. So that's what you need to know about that. Just, are you healthy? What is, well, you haven't had the same doctor as me for long enough to learn some of the stuff he says.
Well, I'm trying to complete the
Like-
tutorial.
I have we have a pretty good family doctor, and he'll ask you about your diet, but he won't ask you about your diet in like, are you eating healthy? So, like fruits and vegetables. How much fruits and vegetables do you have? Like, are your drawers in your fridge full of fruits and vegetables?
As a good rule for eating healthy, here's a general good rule for being healthy eating wise. Never eat anything fried. Ever.
Well,
If something is fried, don't eat it. That's a general rule. Obviously, you can have exceptions. You can have fries once in a while. You can have bacon once in a blue moon. Although generally you should never eat pork. But again, we're talking general rules. But like, try to stick to fruits and vegetables as much as possible. You can have some grains. You know, again, I'm not a dietitian. You can check on that with an actual dietitian. But as a general rule, try to stay away from meats. Like, gradually. Try to swear off red meat entirely. Chicken's not that bad if you need a lot of protein to get healthy and to build muscle. You just want to eat... What did he call it? What did he call the... Brendan Fraser called the thing that he needed to get in shape for the mummy? A chicken genocide? Something like that?
Jesus.
A genocide of chicken
Fish
you have to
is
eat?
actually healthy.
Fish is actually pretty healthy.
But yeah, so anyway, I was trying to say...
I hear you, Maddie.
To which I laughed at him and said, the drawers? There's not enough room in the drawers for all the vegetables we buy.
Nope.
Anyway, you're fine. It's just about eating, you know, a balanced diet and also just...
But not just balanced. Like,
yeah.
literally, avoid fried food.
Yeah. Keep derailing my thoughts.
I know I
which
do.
is very irritating.
I'm
'cause
such a
tired.
monster.
Normally I can keep my thoughts, but my thoughts keep leaving my brain. What was the point I was trying to lead to? Oh yeah, and just like can you climb a few flights of stairs without huffing and puffing?
Yeah. See if you can climb, like, 4 flights of stairs without being out of breath.
Yeah. If you're asthmatic, that is
Well,
not
yes,
the same
obviously.
thing. And if you're asthmatic and it's summer...
Don't try to climb a staircase.
My answer to my doctor when he was training a med student and asking that question was, when it's not summer, yes.
And the trick is, and then if you want an easy way to know if you're helping get in better shape, do those stairs a couple of times every day until you're not out of breath climbing them.
Yeah.
When I lived in Montreal, I went to the Oratoire Saint-Joseph, which is this church that has a gorgeous staircase leading up to it. And I just do those stairs every day, and it felt great.
Whereas I try never to do stairs because I have bad knees. And
Hopefully
that's
soon,
atrocious.
Mars. Yeah. You do need more body fat. You just described yourself as a twig lady. I think it's fair to say.
Not that we're shaming anybody.
Who's shaming anybody? I haven't heard any shame.
Yeah, it's just like add a little bit and find healthy ways to add sustenance, I guess.
Yeah. To your diet.
And for me, after like suffering injuries, it was like trying to find the things that like I could still do, like swimming or yoga or, you know what I mean? Etc., etc.
I do enjoy cutting off zombies' heads with bullets. That is the most exciting thing to do.
Oh man, I miss jogging on the treadmill. That's fun.
Yeah, we gotta fix the F out of that treadmill, get ourselves a new motor for it. Ooh, water. It's weird, all of the water is at the exact same level of running out of... If I drink water, will I gain some health back? That was a mistake. Let's find out. Oh, yeah. Sleep, thirst, proteins, carbs, fat, vitamins. Ugh. Dude, you've guaranteed I'm not going to play this game ever again by just putting that nonsense in there. I know why people do it. They want it to be ultra-realistic. And I'm telling you, you are aiming this game at the tiniest possible market by having that stuff in there. I think you got those numbers wrong, Demon. Okay. Unless you're an elephant. Are you an elephant? Or a whale?
Elephants are amazing.
Elephants are amazing. Do you know that when elephants look at humans, the same part of their brain gets triggered as when humans look at kittens?
That's a good way to do it, Maddie.
Elephants, when they look at us, think we are the tiniest, cutest things they've ever seen. Which makes it very surprising to them that we keep murdering them.
Yeah, Mars, you need to eat more than one meal a day. And I know it's hard, and your body's going to have to adapt to it. And And I hate to tell you this, but it's going to take you years to get on
Oh, yeah.
a decent eating schedule. I've been there.
10 minutes and 60 seconds is 11 minutes, Maddie. I say do the treadmill every day. I get on the bike every day. And once the treadmill's fixed, I'll be getting on the treadmill every day.
Yup.
A fun thing to do on the treadmill, and I don't know if your treadmill can do this, but instead of trying to go fast, which can be hard on your knees when you're getting used to it, try just increasing the incline as you work out. It's good cardio to be walking uphill. Really good cardio. Okay, where are these zombies coming from? Okay, that was embarrassing. Let's just quickly...
Yes, he gets on the treadmill or the bike every day, Maddie. Except for on days when we go hiking.
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
You know, obvious reasons. I really miss swimming.
I know, swimming's the best.
I mean, I love winter, but the worst part about winter is not swimming. The best part about summer is swimming.
Okay,
Like
you're
you wanna be
definitely an
hungry.
elephant then, Demon Play. Yeah, 3 incline. There you go, Maddie. A good thing to do for interval training is interval training, Maddie. So, like, for the first 2, do a warm-up of 5 minutes at, like, 3 or 4. And then, turn that treadmill all the way up to an incline of, like, 5. An incline of, like, 5 or 6 for a minute and a half, and then turn it back down. And then turn it back up and turn it back down.
See, whereas I got into yoga...
Like, don't get used to it, is what I'm saying.
Which, if you do a lot of it, can be a full body
Oh,
workout.
of course.
After a car accident, when a physiotherapist I saw was like, you want to get mobility back in your leg? This is what you can do.
Dear developer, if you ever watch this, you should really have given me markers on screen for where to find this car battery, because I have searched every house in the game, and I'm still missing a tire, a battery, and fuel. And you can't say I didn't search every house in the game. So, I know it's a handholdy. People like having their hands held. That's why it's a positive image in fiction. Hold our hands. Tell us, once we've searched all the houses, just put an indicator on the gas can and the tires. A 5 incline's not bad, Maddie.
Oh, he's just being funny, Demon.
I am. Sorry about that. Ooh. Okay. Alright, we found a junkyard back here. I think I got the last tire. And there's that rope I wanted. I didn't actually want a rope. I'm just trying to put a positive spin on failure. It's not going well. Okay, scrap metal. Hell yes, my inventory's full. What happened?
Dear developer, if you watch this, I am so sorry for this confusing conversation that is going on while he plays this game.
You should be. Wait, what?
That was awesome.
Did you see that?
What? No.
Oh, that's a pretty bad glitch.
What?
When I drank from a bottle, it drank from every bottle.
Oh. You know I haven't been paying.
No one's asking you to. That's the weirdest glitch I've seen regularly. I can't see that. Get me way closer.
Context.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
We understand, Maddie. We're not approving the message because, of how it would look in
Yeah.
history on the thing. But we
'Cause the
understand why you
context
used to
isn't
feel
very
that
good.
way. We
Yeah.
don't want that comment to be ever said anywhere without context, which could happen. It might hurt you in the future. But yes, we understand that it's got to be extra confusing for you. But, everybody's got their own journey to go through, Maddie. And, yours is just going to be windier than a lot of others.
Windy is sometimes fun. That's how you find weird stuff.
Okay, starting the car. I was allowed to start the car without finding a battery or gas, which is weird. Now I don't know how to get out of the car. Oh, there. We have to look to the left to get out of the car. And starting the car seems to have attracted a bunch of zombies. That's not good. I do love...
It's confusing.
Well, I mean, I think we all know what's going on with the... First off, that's not what you're supposed to say.
What?
I'll tell you in a second.
Oh, I'm not responding to you.
I didn't say you were. The chip clips... the chip clips are there for Love-to-Puss. And we just leave them there because Love-to-Puss always likes being in the star.
Yes.
No, you know how you said life is confusing in reference to that other thing? Don't you know what you're supposed to say? Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. See? Obviously, that's what you should have done.
Now it's in my
Now
head!
it's stuck in your head.
Damn it!
Go to eBay, Maddie. That's the perfect place to look for. Go to eBay or Etsy, and you'll be able to find your...
Etsy.
What did I... Etsy, yes. Etsy. Go to Etsy and eBay, and you'll be able to find enamel pins, Maddie, without too much trouble. Awesome demon. That's a tough thing to do for, strongman competitions.
Why were they there? They were there for something else.
Who are we talking about?
The clips.
I thought they were there for Love-to-Puss.
They were there, but they were already in the room for something else.
The green screen.
We used them on the green screen,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, you don't want to order them. Damn. Oh, right, because then they'd come in the mail. I don't know anything about Edmonton, so I don't know where you would go to buy them. But generally, where do you... what kind of store would have that?
Enamel pins?
Yeah. Decorative enamel pins. Well, I'm dead, so yeah, I'm sure I want to reload.
Where have I bought all my pins? I don't know, I just buy them in random places. Like, if I'm looking for novelty pins, sometimes even EB Games has them. If you're looking for, like, Pride Flag pins, this is going to sound weird. Some tattoo and piercing shops have carried them. Like, privately owned stores that carry that kind of stuff, I mean... Usually I just go to the gay bookstore, and that's where you can find pins like that all the time.
Demon,
I don't know if
yeah, they must have gay bookstores in Edmonton.
Yeah, you've got to have, fun little gay bookstores. Although,
Oh, wow, the game never saved.
Oh, wow. Okay, well.
Dude, come on. Get me some checkpoints when I've been picking up important items. Yes, if you by broke your arm in VR, you mean that thing where you twist your arm the wrong way? You move your hand a weird way and then the arm wonks out, then yeah, that happens in all VR games. That's why most VR games don't have full arms, just floating hands, because it's so complicated to try and map out how arms work.
Like, I know Venus
Awesome
Envy always
Mars
sells stuff like that, and they're just a gay bookstore.
Bookstore where you can buy stuff on gay issues. They were started back, again, in the 70s, because, and this is true, having books about gay people was considered legal obscenity in a lot of places. And even where it wasn't considered obscenity, bookstores were so afraid of being boycotted by crazy Christians that, like, they had to start bookstores just for that.
There was also a problem where, does the law still exist? It existed as recently as, 2010 last I knew.
Which one?
In Canada... there's like a list of things that you can't, import in books. So, for example, there's an Alan Moore comic book that we had trouble getting
in Canada. Yeah.
Well, you could, but
it was difficult.
And there are reasons behind that, but like things like bestiality, stuff like that, or
sadly, stuff about gay people was on the list.
It's on the list, and all you had to get is one bad customs officer who would like ban books, and like they would hold, and the problem is you wouldn't even they would just hold that shipment of books coming into
the country.
So a lot of people would import in different ways books, and then that's part of how gay bookstores started.
Oh yeah.
There are also safe spaces. I know one of our local bookstores that I just mentioned. They also do
Dear developer, consider putting a little background on the window here, because look at the bottom right.
Yeah.
See the background? You can't see how much ammo you have left because the number 15 is completely
Oh yeah.
impossible to see within a light background. So consider putting a background over the HUD elements so you can read them even when the ground is white.
Like they would do save nights and theme nights. People would meet like dates there.
Yeah.
They would have like, oh, you're new to town. They would have like, well, I
Meet
guess
and greets.
meet and greets, mixers or whatever, what have you, for people that were new to town
And had to meet people in the community.
Yeah, wanted to meet people in the community. They've had people give speeches about stuff. They talk about like safe
Ooh,
sex.
that's terrible, Maddie.
They even talk about safe use of sex toys. Like, it's fascinating, the stuff they talk about. They talk about like different religious organizations
Weird,
that
demon.
are accepting of LGBTQ plus people.
It's great.
just- yeah.
So we're gonna stop solar flare, solar flare horror. Let's check what it's called.
I'm sure there's more than one place, Maddie, but I'd have to look it up.
Final thoughts for the developer. Hi, thank you so much for sending this, but you're gonna have to do some fixing here. Help me find the items. Like Deadly Flare, it was weirdly hard to find the items in the training area. Consider dialing back the survival elements, even though they didn't happen yet. In the area I played, I can see them coming and I'm not excited about it. But overall, the game looks good. I like your art style. It controls perfectly well. Consider pausing when I go in my inventory. I just prefer when that happens in games. That's me. It's your game. I'm not going to tell you how to make it, but these are advice from someone who has played every survival game, so something to think about. Anyway, we are going to wrap up the stream later, Corn. We're going to wrap up the stream now. Thanks, everybody, for dropping by. Hope you had a good time. I know we did. We're going to be back tomorrow at 9 for regular stream time. Anyone who wants to watch me build a list of people to send free copies of my game to in the hope that they play it on their YouTube channels or write about it on their blogs is welcome to come back at midnight. I'll see you back here for that. But until then, I'm going to say that's right. Au revoir.